Hello.
Hiya.
What's your name?
I'm Terry Chesney.
How old are you?
I'm 35 years old.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I can tell you right now I'm homeless and I don't have a job, but I do like working, and when I'm working I'm usually a chef in the kitchen. I went to college and trained, and then I went into a hotel for 6.5 years, worked my way from the bottom to the top, and I've had a lot of family problems which caused me to lose certain jobs and become homeless. So yeah, I used to. My mum had mental health problems and she used to get ill a lot, and I used to try and help her, and it used to backfire on me a lot, but I used to still help her, and yeah, she died last year, so like the council took back the house which I grew up in, and that's what made me end up homeless. You know, like there is people that will help you. I find it hard to ask anyone for help, but I play my guitar in town so I can get some money for food and just to get by, kind of thing. Yeah, there's a lot of people that will help. It's not a bad place to be. You know, you can get money from the government, like universal credit, and there's always someone there's people that come around. They university students, and they come around and they give people sandwiches and coffee, so you know you can get by in the ways of, you know, food and drink, like, you know.
Do you think being homeless has affected you mentally?
For me, I used to get in trouble when I used to drink alcohol, so I used to be in and out of prison for like 10 years. I was in and out of prison, and then like 7 years ago I quit drinking, and like, to be homeless for me is better than being in prison, so I'm happy to be homeless compared to being in prison, to be honest. Like, a strange way to look at it, but yeah, like you know, I used to stay in my friends' houses and stuff, like sofa surfing. But even though I quit drinking, I was taking drugs, and when I stopped taking drugs, my friends wouldn't let me stay at theirs anymore. So, yeah, I ended up rough sleeping. Yeah, it's a kind of strange one. Probably different answers to what you're used to.
What drugs have you done in your life?
I've done every different drug there is, probably. Like, I was the worst one. I was smoking crack and heroin for a couple of years, and that's the one which, when I stopped, my friends didn't want to know. But like, I think I'm quite a strong person to give up heroin. It's like really addictive, and if you're smoking it, if you have it every day, and then when you stop, you get really ill, like worse than the flu or anything, and you have to go through about 4 or 5 days without it to feel normal and healthy again. And those 4 days are like hell. Like, you can't sleep, you can't eat, you're being sick and everything, hot and cold. And when you get to day 4, you feel a bit better. But yeah, getting through those 4 days, if there's any way that you could get hold of any heroin, then you can feel better. So it's like really hard work. It took me about 3 months to quit.
And are you offered heroin a lot here?
I'm offered it. Not really, but it's about, if I had some money and I wanted some, I could get hold of some.
Would you do heroin now?
No, it's it's too hard to quit, and you feel so shit, like you just can't, like it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
What steps are you taking to get out from this situation?
Well, I've been staying in a hostel. It has got rent, like it's not too much. It's about £25 a week. But if I was working, it goes up to £350 a week. So it's a bit hard, you know, to get a job and everything. Like I said, my mum died last year, and a month before that, my ex-girlfriend actually killed herself, which is like really terrible, like really affected me. And since then I've been homeless, so it's like I don't know if I've even dealt with it yet. I don't feel ready to just start working and stuff, and yeah, like hopefully I'll you know, I don't like asking people for help, but if somebody was to help me go, here's a place to live, you know, here's I don't know, some work or something to keep me busy, you know, I think that's all someone needs, somewhere to live and a job or something to keep them busy.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise you just got all day to just like do nothing. Like on the streets you're just gonna end up, I don't know, hanging around with someone who drinks or does drugs and end up like taking the drugs with them. Yeah, like I keep to myself most of the time, but yeah, the people around you, you end up doing the same thing as those people. Not everyone does that, but I'm not saying I'm easily influenced, but a lot of people, you know, I like people to be happy, and I like getting along and socialising. So if somebody's doing this or that, you know, I probably join them, and that's caused me problems in the past. So I've ended up being pretty much on my own, keep to myself.
Are you getting mental health support?
Not really. I have asked for some. There's a charity called Mind, I think, and it's for grievances and what do you call it, like therapy kind of thing. There's like a 2-year waiting list for it, so I haven't heard from them yet. I'm not sure what else. I can ask the doctor maybe, but like, yeah, I feel embarrassed about needing help.
Everyone needs help at some point, I think.
Yeah, my problem is when I've asked for help from like family or something, the answer's been no.
Do you talk to your family?
Not really, because a few years ago, like I was working with my dad. He does like removals and stuff, and I was working with him, and I told him that I was taking drugs, and then since then he hardly talks to me and didn't want me to work with him. And if I, you know, now that I've